I just wondered if it might be worth saying something about why we published the book.
Mm.
Um, SLG is a very small publisher. There are two members of part-time staff, and we publish small books about prayer. We have a sort of niche publishing because we don't have to make a profit, and that means we can publish small books that lots of publishers wouldn't take on because they're too short and they don't like cheap books on their shelves. And I think quite a lot of what we do is quite conventional. The press is owned by a convent of Anglican sisters. And when Richard's book came across my desk, I sort of looked at it and thought, ooh, it's not quite what we usually do. But it was very, very engaging. I mean, it sort of sucked us in. And I handed it to our internal readers, all of whom are over the age of 80, but who do understand things like the internet. And I think one of the things that was very attractive was how Richard drew on contributions from other people, contributions from his social media communications. And that was very fascinating. But also, there were a number of just wonderfully pithy moments. And the one that absolutely stayed with me was the one about, oh, it's so hard not to say no to people. And what makes you think you're the right person to say yes? And it made me just laugh out loud because so many of us do that. And I think one of the things that was so important about the book was that it addresses this fundamental problem that we all have. And I noticed that your audience here is primarily women. And I think this is something that women suffer with really badly, accepting ourselves and loving ourselves and accepting that we're good enough. And it was something that this book went into. And so it is a slight departure from us, for us, but it's a very, very happy departure. And we felt it was a really important book and one that I think is one that we're extremely glad to have published. And I hope will do well.